Alright guys, welcome back. This is episode 9 of car reviews. Today I've got a fun one. Today we're out here in Hakone, Japan. Usually if Mount Fuji's being nice, it'll show up behind us in the clouds, but typically it's covered unless you get lucky. So today I'm gonna do a review on Honda's new Mini NSX that they just released. No, I'm just kidding. So on Honda's K car, this is the S660. If I stood right here, I would guess that the car would just completely disappear. As you guys can see, it is a small car. The K cars in Japan have to fit within a certain parameter, so they have a box, you know, and they have to fit within a length and a height requirement, and then of course they have to have, you know, a smaller engine and everything else in it. So I'm gonna go through the car. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. I'm gonna show you how much fun I've been having in it. You guys let me know what you think, and we're gonna do a review on Honda's S660. All right, thanks guys. Arigatou gozaimasu. Alright guys, so we're gonna do a little review inside, a little driving impressions. So this is, like I was saying, the Honda S660. It's a little Japanese K car, and it's a fun little car. So I figured, kind of like I do when I'm in SoCal and I get a car that's a little driver, a little runabout, or a car that's kind of street tuned. I like to take it out into the canyons. So I couldn't think of a better place than running it up Hakone Pass. This is definitely a famous, it's a toll road technically, because you got to pay to get in and go up, but this is one of those famous little spots. It was in Initial D. It's all over the publications. There's a spot further ahead that I'll show you guys where all the publications like to park the cars, especially during cherry blossoms, and they do all their car picks, and I'll show you. I'm gonna have to do the same thing because why not? But let's talk about the car a little bit. So this is one of Honda's little K cars. This is what I would consider one of their little sports K cars. It's a fun little car. The best way I kind of consider it is it's like a larger version of a go-kart. It's super low to the ground. doesn't make a lot of power, but it makes enough power for it makes enough power for its size. It makes enough power for what it's supposed to do. Can a car always make more power? Yeah, of course. You know, we're all enthusiasts, so you know, drop a turbo K in here, you know, and you hold on for dear life. But no, really, the amount of power that the car makes stock is adequate. It's not anything that's going to blow your doors off, but it is more than enough to run around the city. It's more than enough on and off the highway. One of the reasons I didn't initially rent this car the first couple times I've been to Japan was I kept reading reviews of, oh, don't get the K car. The K car doesn't pick up speed fast enough on the highways. It's not really a highway car. Let me tell you, I've driven this car almost 1,000 kilometers so far that I've had it, and I haven't had any problems. And truthfully, it's fun on the highway. It's a lot different than being in the States. In the States, all the vehicles are gigantic. You know, your tractor trailers, your SUVs, your pickup trucks. Everything's huge. In Japan, I would say the majority of the time that I'm on the freeway, 60-70% of the other cars that are around me are K cars. So literally, I'm running around with the same size cars. Everybody's pretty much the same size on the freeway. So it's really not a big deal. One of the funny things, I'm on a hill, need to grab a gear. So it could always use more engine. It could always use more power. But like I was saying, it's more than adequate. You know, probably 90% of the time you're in it. I've found that going up hills, or say you're on the freeway and you're in sixth gear, and you need to go a little quicker, you're gonna need to grab a gear. So you're gonna need to go up into fifth or go down, you know, go over into fourth and make a little run. But like I was saying about the car itself, it's like a little go-kart. One of the really fun things about it is its steering response. I've taken it out on a couple initial D roads, all well within, you know, the speed limit and what I'm supposed to be doing. Actually, on one of the ones I went on, it was hilarious because it was straight typhoon downpour. I'll try and insert a little clip for you guys, but it did great. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this, but you know, I compare this to a little like miniaturized S2000, or you know, like a miniaturized, you know, a little mini NSX, because you have the engine behind us. So handling characteristics and everything else, they're still of the sports car feel. So everything's just smaller. Steering response in this car is absolutely phenomenal. When I give it steering input, it wants to go. And there's not much more you can ask of, you know, a sporty car. You want that immediate responsiveness when you give it some input on the steering wheel. So, doing some construction ahead of us. I really like the way Japan does all this. They have a guy out here, they have everything done, they have a little flagger, and everybody's so polite. So let's make it up through here, through the construction zone. Well, at least it's construction and not a downed vehicle. See so many of those when I run up ACH. You guys got to drive within your limits, okay? But just kind of keeps winding out. So it's a fun little car. for size, let's talk about cabin space. Honda had to spend a ton of time on the ergonomics of things. You know, I get in this, I adjust the seat forward just a little bit, and everything else fits. I mean, the seating position, the steering position, the position of my arms, my hand drops straight down to the shifter. If I really wanted to run this car and drive it more spiritedly, I wouldn't have any problems with it. I'd throw a good set of summer tires on it and drive it, and the entire time, you know, just have a huge smile on my face. It's like a Miata, and I mean that in the nicest way ever. And I'm not knocking it at all. A Miata, if you guys have seen my other reviews, a Miata is way underpowered, but the most fun you can have going as slow as you go and thinking you're going as fast as you're going. Because, like, I took a Miata out on the track. The Miata that I was driving felt faster than the S2000, but was like 7 seconds slower. That's what this is like. So driving it just puts a smile on your face. It's a joy to drive, but like you're not going anywhere fast. You feel fast because you're like 3 inches off the ground, but it's a K car. So everything inside, it has everything you need and nothing more. And again, I that's not a knock. It's exactly what it needs. It's Japanese and Honda efficiency. I mean, my dashboard layout, I have my start button and stop button on this side. I have a select button on this side, which takes me to my red Hellcat dash and shows me my turbocharger boost pressure, or I go back to my white dash. I've got a very simple console here for my AC and my aircon, and then I have an even simpler setup for my stereo and my heads-up display, which the heads-up display is kind of cool too. It's very sporty and track oriented. I have my G meter, I have my brake meter, and I have my boost meter. Like, they want you to have fun in this car. That's what this car is about for them, and it is for me too. We have a passenger seat and literally nothing more. Passenger seat, glove box, and the passenger has nothing in front but open dash and windscreen to look through, and that's it. I've got my little change holder pocket, which I guess you could use it for something else, but it's absolutely perfect for change for all the toll roads. And I got a little pocket up here that fits a cell phone, or I actually just keep cash in it, again, for all the toll roads and everything. But that's it. I got my cup holder, and everything else is within reach here. So it's weird. I'm used to being in other Hondas that have like 12 cup holders or 10 cup holders like my Fit, but this has the essential. It has one that you need, and it's weird that it's behind you, but literally I can reach it, and again, that's all I need. You know, I've been driving this car for hours each day. In the end, probably not the best car for that. It'll get you to and from on the highway, but my first couple runs, I literally was in the car for 2 hours each direction, and by the time I'm done, although my seat is super comfortable, it would just be nice to be in a larger car. My arms tuck in just a little bit. You got to find just the right spot on this part of the console, which is, you know, the normal hard, you know, plastic or whatever it is that they're using now. And my armrest could use a little bit more cushion, because my elbow ends up in like this little pocket right here. But the car's made for day to day. The car's made just to run back and forth. And in the city, downtown when I'm in Tokyo, this car's awesome. I get in every little side street. I get in on all the major roads. And when it's time to park, literally I can park this car anywhere. I never have to worry about parallel parking. I never have to worry about like not having enough space to put this car. This car literally will park anywhere you need it to. I practically could park it in a motorcycle spot. But yeah, so it's cool. It's got this little soft top up here. So if you want it convertible, you just take the top off. It's soft. It's a canvas, you know, it's like an S2000 top. But the fun part about it is it rolls up. So it's not like a hard top or anything else. It just rolls up, and they have a little spot where you can tuck it away when you need to. It goes on and off super easy. And again, it's the Honda and the Japanese efficiency. Everything has a place, and it all works really well. So we're up here at Hakone Pass. I'm gonna park the car. I'm gonna show you guys some more about inside the car, and kind of all the little fun features and all the little size stuff that the car has. So you guys let me know what you think. As always, I'm gonna run through the rest of the car, and all right, let's get at it. All right guys, so let me show you a couple fun things about the car. Give you a couple little detailed shots. So interior is definitely, you know, just your standard Honda, but it's got this nice sporty feel to it. The dash, the display, everything else has that, to me, like an S2000 type of feel to it. You have your start stop button, you know, you have it's all very driver focused. You know, it's got your center console area that's, you know, kind of minimalistic, bare bones, you know, but just it's all centered around the driver. So it's really cool inside. I like the interior. I like the heads up display that they have. I love that they always talk to you. There's your different gauges and everything else for your G-forces, your turbo pressure, boost pressure, and everything. And then, like I was saying, the top is this nice, like, removable. Okay, so the roof has this kind of simple, you know, quick little unlock feature. So you slide it over, and then when you slide it over, you put it down, and then at that point, you can start to roll the roof. So once you hit the unlock, all you have to do is roll the roof, and then literally you just roll it like that, and you have yourself a convertible. It's really cool. Nice, simple setup. Again, you'll hear me say, you know, simple but Honda efficiency, you know, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's a great feature. It locks and unlocks just that easy. So I really like that. Now, once you unlock it, you've got your little front pull here and your little rear engine compartment pull there. So come up here into the front, and where most cars, you get a nice big storage space up in the front area. That's not the case here. So if we do the two little latches, undo this, that's your storage space. But if you want to take this roof off, once this roof rolls up, and you can see in the instructions, hey, this is how to unlock it, this is how to roll it up. Once it's rolled up, it fits right there. Fits there, straps down, and that's it. There is literally no more space. So you have the choice of roof off or roof on, and you know, most of the time it's measured by, you know, how many golf, you know, if you can fit a set of golf clubs in or whatever else. That's not the case here. So you're definitely going to travel light, or you're going to travel with no passenger. All right, then out back, you know, do you think you get an extra, you know, storage compartment or anything else? Nope. It clamshells up and there's your little engine. So you have, on both sides, you have two little intake scoops here. You can see they come in on both sides there. That gives you like a ram air, you know, cooling effect. But that's it back here. There's nothing else. There's no extra storage. You know, it's wide open down there to the muffler, and that's it. There is definitely no extra storage in this. No extra, you know, taking my bags, going out for maybe the weekend, as long as you don't have a passenger. Or if you're not going to take the roof off and only pack your underwear, because there really isn't much room for anything else. But the day-to-day commute, you know, around the city where you'd have your little backpack or, you know, your little briefcase, that's all you'd need. You know, you're not taking a big holiday in this car and, you know, taking suitcases and everything else. Now, one very important feature that used to be back in the older like 80s, 90s Hondas, that for some reason they've all got away from, and if any of the manufacturers are listening, they should all get back to it. Okay, this is one of the most important interior pieces that you could ever have on this car. Let me show you. You go inside, and let's crawl in here real quick and show you guys. So one of the best, most important features that you could ever have is this little button right here. This little button, it says mid. Okay, it's not up at your face, it's not down at your feet. Mid. You see where that little arrow is pointing? That little arrow is pointing to this little vent that's underneath the dash right here. This vent blows right into this direction. Now, we've all been in hot cars or long trips and everything else. If you guys don't know what that vent's for, that vent literally just blows beautiful cold AC right up your pant leg. And as funny as it is to say, let me tell you what, there is nothing better than driving for 45 minutes, an hour in the heat and having AC just blow right up your shorts, okay? Because that is the best thing ever. So I'm gonna get back at it. You guys let me know what you think, and let me know what you guys think of the review. Thanks.